Hi, welcome. On this video, I'm out here once again with Bailey, and on this video we're going to be taking a trip to the car wash. And on a prior video you will have seen me take a trip to Dunkin' Donuts. Bailey did great, again overcoming her issue related to traveling in a vehicle, which again is a common problem for so many dog owners. And so here I'm going to be kind of increasing expectations in terms of the car wash. Again, car wash being very distracting, very noisy. And so again, Bailey's coming a long way during the 2-week board and training process. We're in week 2 now. So like in the prior video, again, I have the remote collar on her. I'm going to explain in the last video how to use it. You will have seen me use it. And so a lot of this is basically the same as before. So again, showing again the whole kind of vehicle traveling process. So here, again, bring it over to the vehicle. Again, before you put a dog in the vehicle, you want to, again, I'm gonna put the camera here, gonna move a couple items off my seat, off the passenger seat. And so here again, you want to be, you know, putting a dog in the vehicle as, again, as a follower. So under influence, under control, under leadership. And so again, you may need to assist to a certain level, but you want to encourage the dog to do as much of this as possible, because influence is key. Okay, it takes the stress off the dog. So here she's starting to put her paws up already, and she's definitely more agreeable this time. Again, just kind of nudging her a little bit. I didn't change the collar over here, just didn't really think about it. Don't need to. So here I'm going to bring her up in the seat, but I will change it over now. So I'm going to put her in the flat collar here. Again, having both collars on the dog is the best way to go. Now here I'm going to bring her up. I want her up on the seat, so this is where I'm going to bring her up now. Again, like before, I'll put her into a down. So I'm going to start to nudge, I'm going to push. This is kind of like the bigger moment here, because again, this is setting everything up. So again, putting her into a down. This establishes how this is gonna happen. All right, so this is like, you know, like having a conversation, saying, hey, yeah, you just got in the vehicle as a follower, I want you into a down. She's up here in the passenger seat, which is fine, and I have the remote collar here, or remote, so I can give her a little vibration as I move around to the driver's side. Okay, so here I have the leash. I'm just going to kind of move it over on my side so I can take a hold of it as I move around the other side. So I'm going to shut the door here in a second, just make sure she's in here far enough that shutting the door is not an issue. Again, so notice how I'm nudging. You know, it's the same thing. It's constant. You know, it's the same messaging all the time. So tapping her a little bit. I'm going to move to the other side. Down. So notice how I'm vibrating. You can probably hear the vibration, and she went right down, which is fantastic. So here, you know, as I move, the vibration on the collar allows me to continue the same messaging, okay, for getting her to relax. So here I'm going to switch my GoPro over. So we're getting all set to go. Last trip was Dunkin' Donuts. This trip is the car wash. So again, with the car wash, again, higher expectations. So here it's the same thing. I'm just focusing on what I need to do, but I'm staying focused on Bailey. Again, like I mentioned before, you know, depending on the level of, you know, of problem that you're having as a dog owner in terms of traveling in a vehicle, you want to take your time. A week ago, Bailey was so stressed, she threw up on her way here to the board and train. So you know, just the stress on her. Again, this is why she's here, you know, for 2 weeks. She's come a long way already. You can see in this short period of time, because again, it's all about how things line up. It's about what makes sense. Influence being active. So, you know, just about how you're doing it. It's not about being unfair to a dog or over the top. You know, this is about just like parenting. It's about being in terms of a dog, being in their airspace, okay, a certain way, and just advocating properly. Mosquito in here. So we're gonna start to move here in a moment. But again, just getting situated. This is all about, when you do this type of exercise, take your time. The best way to do this is without an expectation that I have to go somewhere. Okay, yeah, I want to go to the car wash to do this, but if this mosquito right here, if Bailey is really, if we're really having some issues, there we go, out it went. So same thing here. I'm putting the windows up and down a little bit. Anything happening, if there's, you know, if Bailey is, if she's investing and fixing a lot, just a little bit of a nudge or tap. So here we're moving, definitely better than last time. I mean, you can see, you know, she's not even trying to pop up yet. That's not to say she won't here in a second, but okay, this is all about, you know, as you do this, you know, and it starts to become a routine, it just gets better. So here we're moving, take my time, I'm not even touching the leash, I'm not touching the remote or anything, you know, but I'm very, you know, I have, it's important. So here I'm in the vehicle, she feels a leadership coming from me. Okay, I'm very assertive, I'm focused, right? I'm not petting on her, I'm not, you know, putting emotion on her, because that's going to send the wrong message, especially based on the current state of the relationship, knowing I need to keep reversing. Okay, that's an important kind of theme here. And so, you know, you want to keep that constant, okay, for a period of time. That period of time might be, you know, could be weeks. Some dogs it could be months. But you'll see change happening, you know, all the time. So that's the good news about, you know, about it. Speeding up here a little bit. So yeah, speed up. If I have to accelerate, just a little bit of a tap, you know, kind of anticipate too. You know, if you know you're going to be, the vehicle's going to be shifting a little bit because you got to pull out or whatever, just, you know, you want to kind of be proactive and kind of preempt her kind of being unsettled. So, you know, part of the you know, kind of the focus here too is the more proactive you are, the better. You anticipate, right? And you anticipate her next kind of move by way of her state of mind. And so, just like a child, you know, when you know your child really well, you know you got a relationship problem, well, you can anticipate, right? So by being proactive and being on it, it prevents, you know, it prevents a conflict. If you wait, it's the same type of thing. You wait until, you know, you're already having a problem, then you're going to have even more of a problem, right? Because you waited too long. Here, it's just like knowing. So say, okay, I already know that she's going to be reacting a certain way, or anticipate that's going to happen. Nudge. So this isn't about, a lot of times people think of like bad behavior. Don't think that way. Okay, this is about, you know, not waiting, because bad behavior represents what? That you're waiting, you're reactive. The secret about change is you're proactive. Because if you're reactive, you know, consider what parenting style that represents, right? Here, it's a type of intervention, so it's about, you know, reversing. It's a reversal situation. Can we make it? We have a green arrow. Yes. All right, same thing. Slide a little bit. She slides. I just tap a little bit, right? Just tapping. We're gonna get over here.